Hey guys, we are going to continue working on practice sheet 17 and do a couple of more problems. So, number 6 says, what is the constant rate of change shown in the table? So remember, constant rate of change is delta y over delta x, or change in the y values over the change in the x values. Some of you are, you're kind of getting it, but you have it flipped. Some of you are doing a good job. This one's a tiny bit different, and you're about to see why. So remember, here's y, and we want to figure out how much it changes by. So how does it change from 11 to 8? How do those numbers change? And hopefully you can tell it changes by 3, but it goes down 3. So I'm going to put a minus 3. That's important. How about from 8 to 5? Well, 8 minus 3 is 5. How about from 5 to 2? Okay. So my change in y is negative 3. Make sure I can see your negative. Now I'm going to do change in x. And I remember I told y'all, y is down, but I put it up because that's where delta y goes. X is up, but I'm going to put it down because that's where the change in x goes. So from here to here, it goes up by 2, right? 4 to 6, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So our change in x is 2. So we do have a constant rate of change. So I want you real quick, let's put a box around that. And remember, when you have a constant rate of change, that means on a graph it would be linear or a straight line. So the other thing I just want to go over real quick is we want to check to see if it goes through 0, 0. If it goes through 0, 0, then it's proportional because we have a constant rate of change and it goes through 0, 0. So let's follow our table backwards. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now, this time I'm actually going forward. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. So I can tell this is not proportional. So officially, my graph, if I was graphing this, I would have a dot somewhere here, which is 14. And because my constant rate of change is negative, it actually would go down. So I would have something, and again, this is a very, very rough sketch, but that's generally what it would look like. Okay? Number 7, I think y'all are good with. So draw our line, and remember, last step is times 8. Number 8, name the angle pair. Most of you got these angle pairs correct on your test. So when I look at this, remember it's straight, right? Straight, which is supplementary. Okay. Now, what do we remember about supplementary? Is that it makes it 8 and that the end point is 180. That's so incredibly sloppy. So, let me just redo that. So a lot of you are not doing this. You're not making your end point 180. That is a must for supplementary. It has to end with a 180. Okay? So now I have, I'm going to add these together. Okay, so I'm going to start here because most of you like to start with your x. So 4x minus 16 plus 112. Okay? Now right here, I got it's about 50-50 on this. Okay, remember when I combine these, do you remember that I have to look? That's left, that's right. Difference, subtract. Okay. So 96 when I subtract. So I have 4x and it's plus 96 because it's more to the right than to the left. 180. Okay, so subtract that. Looks like we get 84. And we divide both sides by 4. And I am going to have you do that, okay? So I want you to divide that, and whatever you get, x equals, and it will be that number, okay? Now, number 10 is almost the same, guys. I know you want to find what A is, so what I would do, again, endpoint for a triangle is the same for supplementary. It goes to 180, right? And we add these, okay? So I'm not actually going to solve for A, but I am going to set this up because I think I want to make sure that you're solid on writing your equations. Some of you are still struggling with this one. So all we do is our angles sum, add up to 180. So A plus 57 plus 36. So your job is to solve that. Okay. And the last one. Write and solve, answer in simplest form. So I'm not going to do all this for you, but I will start it. Remember, when we multiply, we do Texas, right? Texas, TX, Texas, TX. Okay? So, and it really is a multiply and an add, right? 5 times 4 plus 4. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24 times 5. 3 times 3 plus 1. 3 times 3, 9, plus 1 is 10. And I did not realize I did this whenever I made this problem, but I will tell you your final answer will be a whole number. Now, if you're good at this, guys, you know there's a relationship there. You know there's a relationship here. Well, you might not, but there is a relationship there. They both divide by 3. So find the relationship and make this a lot easier on yourself. Okay? And if you do it right, your answer will be a whole number. And reminder, we are not cross-multiplying. Okay? We find our relationship, then we multiply the numerators, and then we multiply the denominators.